Ladies and gentlemen, this Eurogamer video, Microsoft have brought down the price of the Xbox One by $50 in the United States, which means the console is going to start at just $349. We'll get into other regions in just a moment, but this price is going to come into effect on the 2nd of November, and supposedly is going to be remaining in its lowered state until the 3rd of January. Now, Microsoft have already come out and told us that this will apply to upcoming console bundles. So, for example, Assassin's Creed Unity Pack, including with or without Kinect, Sunset Overdrive, Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, and so on and so on and so on. So this means that all of the standard retailers, for example, Amazon, GameStop, Target, Walmart, Toys R Us, and so on, will all take part in this cheaper promotion. So, of course, one of the biggest price drops was the fact that, well, you can buy the system now without Kinect. In the UK, we did have a smaller price drop that's already coming into effect, which has brought it down to $329, once again, assuming you're not getting Kinect. Microsoft have stated that, well, and I quote, "Decisions about promotional and pricing strategies are made at a local level and based on market context. We have nothing more to announce at this time." So, if you really analyse this statement, regional availability and timing outside the United States may vary. This is their original statement on the matter. It suggests that most likely it's possible in the future we will be getting additional price cuts. Now, I think the biggest part, rather than giving you guys the news, is what are my thoughts and opinions on this one. Because I know many are probably going to take this as a sign of desperation from Microsoft. They're going to take it in a very negative light. And to be honest with you, I don't really associate it in a negative light. I mean, yes, it's not exactly a good sign for Microsoft to have to cut the price, but at the same time, it's a logical step. Going into Christmas, we know it's a super duper competitive time because it's not like the only thing that people have to buy are consoles. There are a hell of a lot of games on the previous generation. It's also fighting with the Wii U. It's fighting, of course, with the PlayStation 4. And just everything else. And to be honest, $50 for some people, it could mean the thing of, well, do I buy a next generation console or do I not buy a next generation console this side of Christmas? In terms of raw sales figures, the Xbox One is certainly under where Microsoft have liked. That's not to say it's doing terribly, it is started to pick up. Various changes to the SKU, primarily the fact that now, of course, you can buy the system without Kinect, has certainly helped quite substantially, actually. And we do know that Microsoft have reported an upwards increase in Xbox sales. Additionally, in China and other regions, the system's doing a lot better. Of course, in Japan, it's doing dismally. But the main point here is, and who knows how long this price cut is really going to take effect for. It could be the 3rd of January the price does go up, or it could just be one of those situations where Microsoft say, hey, you know what, it's selling so much better now, we're just going to keep it as is. But let's face it, over Christmas, it's a very competitive time, and I personally believe Microsoft have made the right decision. I don't know exactly how much the system's costing them to produce. In other words, are they going to be making a loss? But supposedly, back in November of last year, there's a couple of different stories. One is on the 27th of November, that's from IGN, and there are a couple of others as well. They all point out the system costs $471. That's about $90 more than the PlayStation 4 costs to produce. However, that number is using Kinect. Without Kinect, it costs about $330. Once again, no controller or anything else is associated with those costs. So the base unit is probably going to cost less now to produce because manufacturing prices alter. Obviously the price of RAM can go up and down and other internals. So basically what I'm saying here is that Microsoft are probably losing a little bit of money per Xbox One sold. In other words, effectively speaking, if you just go out and buy an Xbox One and you've never bought any games, which obviously is not very realistically likely to happen, or in another scenario you did not buy goals, you did not buy any new games at all, you did not buy any titles, effectively you probably cost Microsoft a few bucks. Not much, but probably a few. And once again, these prices are from last year, so these prices have probably changed a little bit. So, personally speaking, I do think that Microsoft have made the right decision, and the Xbox division as a whole has been very aggressive recently with its language. Not in a negative way against Sony, but they've been very, very much on firing on all cylinders. There've been a lot of talk that there's going to be a lot of cool games announced over the next couple of months, and certainly into next holiday season. Microsoft has said that we're going to be getting a lot of surprises. In other words, they know that right now they need a good solid base of consoles. And this is something I said in regards to the Wii U, and also it remains pretty consistent. For Microsoft to really secure exclusives, and I don't just mean exclusives like Sunset Overdrive type of exclusives, I mean like the Assassin's Creed Unity deal. They need a good percent of users to own an Xbox One. They not only need to show that the Xbox One is in people's homes and people are enjoying playing on the machines, and that of course it has a good robust infrastructure, but they also need to show that it has a good attach rate, a good chance for you to buy DLC, in other words, for it to be financially an incentive for people to buy the system. And Microsoft have just decided, hey, you know what, it's better for us just to take a hit right now, and in the future that $50, it's not going to make the difference. We're basically just going to make it up the sales, and I think personally at this stage of the Xbox One's life, it's probably the way to go. I wouldn't be surprised if Sony also are fairly aggressive over the period as well. I'm unsure what they're going to be planning. It's most likely not going to be such a drastic price, and I wouldn't really consider $50 that drastic, but it's certainly not a small price cut. However, with Sony, it's possible they'll be giving incentives as well, maybe a better deal, a better bundle, but the PlayStation 4 is selling fairly well anyway. And so it's possible that they may not feel that they need to do that. They may feel instead that they just need to push the marketing. And I'll be totally honest, the thing with the Xbox division and Microsoft as a whole, obviously, you know, previously the Xbox division did make money, lose money, especially in the first Xbox. But Microsoft know as well that for them it's part of a larger strategy. They've said that straight off the bat. They don't want to get rid of the Xbox division because they know that for them it's a great way to have basically a way of communicating with you in a different part of the home. They don't want a situation where all they have is you using your desktop. And that's another reason, of course, that they're now pushing to mobile devices as well, and tablets. They want as well for you to be connected to, or them to be connected to your television, push services that way. They're becoming very service orientated, and so it's very possible that they don't really care about losing a little bit of cash right now, and for them it's all about the end goal. Anyway, it's a shame that they do have to lower the price, and obviously once again I imagine they would have preferred not to, but well, things are what they are. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Take care, and bye for now.